guys, it's Thursday. What are you guys going to do today? I hope whatever it is, you have a great day. So, we're not talking about SANS anymore, and we did learn so much throughout this whole year when we think back. We did a bunch of different units. It started off with social and emotional, and we learned all about the mood meter and ourselves. We ended up going into the ball unit. From the ball unit, we went into a tree unit. From the tree unit, we did clothes. From the clothes unit, we did buildings. From the building units, we did signs. From the signs building, we did tubes and tunnels. From there, we went to reduce, reuse, recycle. From there, we went to insects. And then finally, we learned all about sand. So for all those 10 months, we learned 10 new things. But you guys learned so much more in the process of learning about new things, such as things that you can do now that you couldn't do when you first started 3K. So our questions of the day for today is we're going on a different type of learning experience right now. We're not going to teach you anything. You're actually going to tell us what you learned. So the question of the day is, what have you learned this year? So we're not learning anymore about any of the units, and this is all about yourself for today and tomorrow. Because you guys grew so much in such a short period of time, in such a little year, which actually got cut even shorter. But you continue to learn with me online, which made me so happy, and we still continue to stay connected. So I'm so happy of that, and I thank the parents, and I thank you for all the hard work that you guys have done throughout the last 3-ish months. So the question of the day is, what have you learned this year? Which I know you learned so much. And I can demonstrate 2 things I learned this year. So, I'm posting this video up, but underneath the video will be a link with I can statements. So if you guys notice that all we did in school was I can statements, and we started repeating those I can statements. Those were our learning targets. Every lesson we had a learning target that started with I can, and it would state something that you can do by the end of us learning that day what we were going to do. So I want you to identify 2 things on that list. So for instance, a lot of us couldn't really open up our own cereal for breakfast, and we learned how to do that. So now you can do that. A lot of us couldn't clean up after ourselves. A lot of us did do that by the end of March or the middle of March. Another thing was sharing. I know a lot of you guys in the beginning of the school year did not like to share with each other, but little by little we got better at sharing. So now you guys can share. Another big thing that we learned is how to put our own jackets and coats on in the wintertime. We learned that we can flip them over and do the flip. And then some of us even learned to zip up our jackets. And some of us were such great friends that we went around and helped other friends zip up their jackets. Another big thing that you guys learned this year is how to identify the first letter of your name. So I know a lot of you guys had the same letter, the same first letter of your name, such as Leda and Lucas Mangiano and Lucas Matos. So you guys always thought that whenever you saw that L, that anything that the L represented was just for you guys, and that was so smart of you guys. And a lot of you guys started to even recognize more letters, which is more for pre-K. So you guys are on your way to go to pre-K already, and a lot of you guys all knew the first letter of your name. Anytime I showed you that letter, you knew it stood for your name. So for instance, Y was for Yadel, C was for Camilla, A was for AJ, S was for Sebastian, M was for Miguel, R was for Raymond, S was for Sophia, M was for Mia, X was for Xavier, L was for Lucas Mangiano, L was for Lucas Matos, R was for Ryan, S was for Saya, A was for Adrian, and finally L was for Leda as well. So with all those letters that you guys can identify, and you guys know that those letters stand for something, that's so important. So today's activity, I want you to open up that I can statement chart that I made, and I want you to check off what you now can do since you're done with 3K. how exciting. You guys learned so much and you guys grew so much throughout the year, and I'm so very proud of you, and I'm so sorry that we didn't get to spend as much time together as we would have liked, like a normal school year, but I know that you guys are going to be so amazing in pre-K, and I hope that we stay in touch, and I hope that I get to watch you grow throughout the next few years, because I would love that. And I just can't believe that the school year is finally coming to an end, and I'm so proud of each and every one of my students, and I'm so happy that I was part of your journey in the education system. I will be posting our final lesson tomorrow, and then you are on summer break officially, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day today, whatever you guys may be doing, and I hope that you guys actually look at this I Can list and see how much stuff you can do on your own now, because you are big boys and big girls.